The new Matrix Resurrections trailer is out. I've watched the breakdowns from these great channels, but here are 13 unanswered questions that we still don't know about the Matrix Resurrections. Welcome to Jam Punch, my name is George. Firstly, do the new atmospheric colours mean that this is a new version of the Matrix? So let's just recap what I mean by version there. So remember, Neo is in the 6th version of the Matrix in the films. The Matrix had been reset by the machines so many times before. At the end of the Matrix Revolutions, we see that a new version gets triggered. All the colours change a little bit, they go a bit more orange. While looking at this new trailer from the Matrix Resurrections, we see the colours have changed slightly again. Now this new version of the Matrix could be the reason for why we see the more advanced tech. We see this new eye device on this guy here. I mean, we never see anything like that before in the Matrix. The red pill is different to the previous red pills we've seen in the Matrix 1. The only other real kind of gadget we see the red pills use in any Matrix story is in Return of the Prodigal Son, which is a Matrix comic. There's a mysterious device that we never actually know what it is, but it's what all the red pills are after. Next, another kind of similar question really, is the original trilogy a mirror universe to this new Matrix? Are they both taking place but in parallel to each other? This would explain all the mirror metaphors that we see throughout this entire Matrix trailer. Not just the trailer, but look at the release date of the film, 12/22/21. It's a palindrome. That would also explain Morpheus' line about trapped inside these strange repeating loops. Now this quite literally happens to Goliath in the Goliath Matrix comic. He gets trapped inside a loop that the machines put him in, and he relives the same few years of his life over and over again. Also in the trailers we see Morpheus offer the red pill twice on separate occasions. Also, the two ladies here look like twins, which is comparable to the training simulation that Morpheus puts Neo through in the Matrix 1. Remember this scene here when Morpheus is trying to teach Neo about agents and how dangerous they are? Well, it's a little known fact that all of these people are actually twins. It's a new loop that Neo is experiencing. We don't know. Or another similar question, is the original trilogy a deja vu of someone from this new Matrix? There's the line, so deja vu, and yet it's obviously all wrong. And the thing about deja vu is that would explain why things are similar but not exactly the same. So every character that we've seen in this new Matrix has a different RSI. Look at this clip here, it looks like Trinity but it's not exactly the same. Look at Morpheus, looks like him but it's not exactly the same. Look at this Agent Smith guy, you know, obviously he does not look like Hugo Weaving, does not look like the original Agent Smith. Look at Neo himself, he looks slightly different. So all of these RSIs are slightly different. You might argue these are kind of artifacts from a memory, like the therapist's mouth. That's just basically a little memory of Neo when he was in the interrogation room. This happens again in a different Matrix story, the comic Artistic Freedom, when Raven Underwell experiences old visions caused by Spoon Boy. The same as A Path Among Stones, another Matrix comic, where Emma, she can't bear to go into a bath because it reminds her of this strange dream she had of being stuck in a pod. Now Raven Underwell, Spoon Boy, Trinity, even this guy, they all have one thing in common, and it's their bloody epic outfits. And costumes like these are what you can expect to see at Project Matriculated, a Matrix-themed cosplay event with a live DJ taking place on the 22nd of December in Riverdale, New Jersey. The wonderful NeoMatrixology has arranged this awesome event that I really wish I could attend myself, but international travel is a little difficult right now, as you can imagine. Matrix cosplay is not required, but it is strongly encouraged because a $250 cash prize will be awarded for the best Matrix-themed cosplay. However, the best part is that if you purchase your ticket using the promo code JAMPUNCH1, you'll receive a 15% discount. That's JAMPUNCH1. More details are on screen and in the description box below, and please contact NeoMatrixology for any questions. Now back to the unanswered questions after the Matrix Resurrections second trailer. Next question, how much time has actually passed? We see here that Niobe looks older, and then we see the Neo looking himself in the mirror here, and he looks older, his reflection looks older. Now is that Neo's real age in the real world, and this RSI that we're seeing in this simulation is just a young RSI of Neo? Next, how did Morpheus return after his assassination? That's right, Morpheus got killed. After the Matrix Revolutions, we see in The Matrix Online that Morpheus got assassinated. But yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but it happened in the Matrix story. If you want to find out more about exactly how and why he was killed, click in the top right corner right now. And if Morpheus has returned from the dead or whatever, then that begs the question, is he still a good guy? Or has he been recruited by the machines? Or is this just a fake Morpheus, like just a program or something created by the machines? That would explain why he looks just like an agent here, and it would also explain his line saying, "They taught you good, made you believe their world was all you deserved, but some part of you knew that was a lie." That could be referring to the Resistance, almost making the Resistance out to be villains. And that opens up the next question, will the Matrix Resurrections acknowledge the events of the Matrix Online? Straight away, when the Matrix Online first came out, the Wachowskis acknowledged that yes, this is a continuation of the story, this is all canon, it all takes place in the same universe. For example, Niobe is one of the main characters of the Matrix Online. That would explain her scar that we're seeing here in this trailer. Next, why are the machines attacking each other? Now, something like this did happen in The Matrix Online, when the General, which is a program in charge of the attack on Zion, he becomes an avatar within the Matrix, and then outside of the Matrix in the real world, he commands Sentinels to attack other machines. So we have seen this before. Also, in the Animatrix story Matriculated, we see how machines can change their allegiance. One of these little hunters, they get captured by some humans, and the machines manage to reprogram it to fight for them. Next, maybe the biggest question, what the hell is with this stage scene? I mean, it's playing footage of the first film, that is bloody mental. Why does the stage scene have the same furniture of The Matrix 1 with these two red chairs? That vinyl player device thing that you see here, is that from The Matrix 1? When they give Neo the red pill and they have to kind of extract his body from the real world pod? Now initially, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, that's ridiculous. Why are they playing footage from the first film inside the fourth film? But then I thought about it a little bit more, and the idea of the Resistance having footage of The Matrix 1 is plausible, because it's effectively the same thing as using video recording software as you open the noclip command in a video game. If you keep that in mind while you remember that The Matrix is a giant video game basically, then the Resistance could use a noclip command with the camera and record any video they want. But my point is that it is plausible that the Resistance would have this footage of Neo. Next, have the machines rebuilt Neo's body? Remember, the Neo effectively died at the end of all of the films. However, in M1 and M2, both times his mind wouldn't allow him to die yet. In both of these Matrix Resurrections trailers, we see little robots crawling all over his body, and it looks like they're trying to heal him. Other things that feed this speculation is that the head plug is slightly different. Does this mean it's a new head plug? Does this mean that the little robots have rebuilt Neo's little machinery? They rebuilt his head plug? And therefore, was Neo rebuilt to try and resurrect Trinity? This is another big mystery for these trailers, is what exactly is Trinity doing here? She seems to be a massive part in this new story, arguably a bigger part than the old stories. Now, if she is some kind of, memory program that machines have built from Trinity's mind, then her line, "waiting my whole life for you," would totally make sense, because that would be her purpose. Remember, every program has a purpose, and if they created this Trinity program to just wait for Neo to resurrect her, then yeah, she would technically be waiting her whole life for Neo, because that's her whole purpose. Next question, do the constant blue and red items actually mean anything? If so, are they deliberately placed around by the machines within the story, or Neo's unconsciousness? I'm reluctant to think that they're just blue and red for the sake of, the Easter eggs, because the Wachowskis don't really do Easter eggs for no reason. And next question, kind of similar really, is how meta will it get? We do see the meta angle in the Path of Neo video game. When there's a fight scene, Neo is fighting Seraph in a stage, and behind them is the footage from the Matrix Reloaded fight scene where they're fighting again. And that's arguably exactly the same as what we're seeing in this trailer. It's on a stage, it's Neo seeing Neo. Another meta moment is this bust of Smith getting punched in the background of the therapist's office. And last question, arguably the most important, how much Rage Against the Machine will be in it? And I'm asking that because at 1 minute and 23 seconds, we hear this very slight Rage Against the Machine riff. Thank you for watching that, everybody. If it was a help to you and you really liked learning about the Matrix lore, then please subscribe to Jam Punch and I'll be releasing a brand new Matrix Explained video every single week. My name is George, this is Jam Punch, and I'll see you next time.